When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. And what Olli does is it opens doors for us. And the Olli members are the owners of Olli. They tell me what to do. They decide what they want to learn. They decide the learning experiences that they want to have, and they support one another. Remarkable to watch people go through those doors and feel the excitement of learning again.
And the neat thing about the University of Illinois and the Institute for Genomic Biology and the Beckman Institute is that we're really collaborative. We do team-based research. We really do transcend traditional boundaries.
And you heard the extraordinary growth and progress that Olli here is making over the years under the leadership of Kathleen Holden. And under her directorship, this is one of the premier Olli centers in the country. I was just struck by the amazing interest and engagement of the Olli members. It was one of the most exceptional teaching experiences I've ever had. Sort of a classroom as a community. What would it be like to have an Olli member embedded in a laboratory as a citizen scientist? The idea was germinating, and I went to my colleague Art, who's the director here of the Beckman Institute, also with a long tradition of outreach and engagement with the community, and given Art's scientific interests, as you just heard, in understanding aging and enhancing cognition and making aging a process of graceful growing older. I knew that he would be a willing partner, and indeed he was. Added together with Kathleen to jointly fund a graduate student from the neuroscience program to serve as the mentor for a group of Olli members to be able to orient them to life in the laboratory, prepare them, help make the matches between the Olli member and the right laboratory, find that right match, and then serve as an advisor and a mentor for those Olli citizen scientists.
So when I started off looking for areas that I can get a fellowship from, I found the Olli Scientist Program, and honestly, I thought, I don't think this can be done. I work in a lab. How can older adults get into a lab and start doing experiments? It takes, I'm not sure. So I decided to do what a scientist would do. I decided to go in and test it. So I joined the program. And I have to say, I'm a believer now. It can be done. And it's been done it's so remarkable to see in our monthly meetings with the Olli members how much more they're able to explain research to me in basic language. If I had to tell you what I'm doing right now, I'm sure most of you will not understand. But if you ask an Olli member to do it, they come down, break it down for you, and tell you this is what you're supposed to say. And that has been a very rewarding experience to me. I have learned to explain my research to a layman.
From the moment I walked into that lab, I felt comfortable, and she made me feel that way.
Probably what I've learned more than anything else is there's a lot of different things that go into what can be explained in 15 minutes as kind of an easy process. There's a lot of work that goes into all the research project, and you just, as you go through it, you just are amazed at how much work that the graduate students have to put in to get their research products done.
The one thing that I really have appreciated about the program is I have been allowed to pursue my passion, and my passion is giving back to society. And Arnold Beckman here said, always strive for excellence. And this program has given me a stage on which I can do just that.
It's been a marvelous experience. I've gotten to know some young people that I admire with all of my being. They work hard, they're dedicated, and we're lucky to have them in this university.
There's such a wealth of knowledge among retirees in the United States, and I think we need more meaningful experiences. And if you want to become a scientist when you're 65, why not? The Olli members in our labs, I think, can be extremely enriching for the faculty as well as for the students.
It's very useful in my lab to have a continuous member besides me who potentially could help train incoming students. So I'm hoping that Toby
needs to revolve around a Olli Fellow, such as Gina, who can mentor the Olli scientists, help them integrate into the laboratories. And we think that the number of about 8 to 10 per Olli Fellow is a good number. It allows Gina to work intensively with each of the individuals. This part of the Olli program is not funded by the Osher Foundation. As I said, the Beckman Institute and the Institute for Genomic Biology fund this Olli position, this Olli Fellow position. So when I say we want to expand it, that would then allow us to have more fellows. That would then allow us to take more Olli scientists, and then we'd be able to look at the match process and the interview process differently depending on the target number of individuals we're able to take in. We see this as a very high-touch kind of program and have to have that kind of engagement. We don't want to just say, you can go in a lab and then turn them loose. Laboratories involve a lot. Each lab has its own culture, its own set of activities, but separate from that, there are just basic lab rules of how you operate in the lab. And we want to impart that knowledge so that the Olli scientists have the tools to succeed.
But I, Toby Shimkin, have been able to put my, listen to this, to put my toe in the ocean of knowledge that's going to surround us in the decades to come. And I feel very, very blessed to be able to do so.
We're creating ambassadors for science, we're creating ambassadors for the university, we're enriching the experience of the Olli scientists themselves, and we are enriching the laboratories, their functioning and their abilities. And so for all these reasons, we're really delighted with the first progress of the Olli Citizen Scientist program, and we're hoping very much to be able to expand it in the future.
What are you going to do with the rest of your wonderful life? And this is what Olli is all about, and this is why we're so grateful to Mr. Osher for having this vision and for funding it, and for putting the burden on us to keep funding it and making it good and making it grow. And so this is just a gift, and I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Louis.